Hey guys, it's Truster 5000. Here's the Model 73 that was in the back of the garage for a while. Finally got it basically all done here. Had to take the engine apart because it didn't run, didn't have compression. I found that out just to be wore out rings, and just put in new rings. I looked everything over good. I've spun it a few times, make sure the timing was all right and everything, and it's all it was. Standard piston in it, standard set of rings. Just had to re-hone it and make the rings set. But it came out pretty nice. It's still missing a few things. Doesn't have the reflectors. It doesn't have the deck height bar. It's missing the rubber sleeve for the lift handle. Probably mainly it. Everything else is here. The rear tin work there, the guy made on the plasma machine because of the it had one, but it was all cut up, and I didn't feel like doing all the work to fix it. It wasn't worth the time. But got a 38-inch deck on it. It's not actually the right deck, but it does work. That was on my 1100. Didn't come with it, but the deck actually came off of 129, and I already had redone it and so on, and it mows pretty good. I just made 2 passes here. I'm going to get a video of doing some mowing around here. This has the steering issue that basically every single Cub Cadet has. It'll turn all the way to the left really good, but don't turn all the way to the right very good. I've looked at it, and I've got the tie rod, this one here, going from the box, the steering gear there. It's all the way shortened as much as I can, which should give it the most throw to go right, and it still does not go as far as it should. That's what we got to the left. And that wheel actually turns sharper than this wheel. This wheel doesn't look like it's turning as sharp. So let's go the other way. That's as far as it goes to the right. That, like I said, that wheel's always turning sharper. I'm not really sure why. But I got the toe in correct. I mean, we do have a little bit of play, but most of that's in the axle itself. And if this had the bolt on it, you could shim it and you just tighten up the bolt a little bit. But this is the pin with the roll pin. If you do put a bolt in it, you could just tighten it up and that would take some of the play out. But I didn't know the steering was that bad until I actually got to use the tractor. It's not that bad, it's about average, but oh well. That's what we got. Guy's not going to use it much. Get him used as a backup mower for his daughter. So it'll probably be more driving around the yard than actually being used, but it does mow good. That's why I want to get a video. Yeah, I got new wiring, new voltage regulator, got a new key, there's a new battery, got a new fuel line, I rebuilt the carburetor, got a new coil wire, I got a new spark plug. Doesn't look like there's a lot of money into it, but it did cost enough. Let's see, I got new decals, new paint. Oh, axle seals. Had to pull the axles out and do new axle seals. They were shot. They were really bad. Got a new rear end cover. Like I said, it doesn't actually look like there's that many new parts, but it does add up. He should probably think about doing tires soon. These are starting to right here. Whoops, right here. There's a split starting. You can kind of see it right there. See, it's starting to peel, and they got tubes in them, but they held there, and we're gonna use them for now. See, that one's getting pretty bad actually. So we'll have to do new tires eventually here, but This is just refurbished, get it going. It didn't run, it hasn't run in many years. And it runs pretty good, don't smoke. So we're gonna do some video here of it mowing for you guys, because that's kind of what I do, what I've been doing anyways, getting them running good, and do some mowing. Only other issue, not really a big issue, is the throttle seems to loosen up a little bit. So you have it full throttle and it seems to back down a little bit after you've been having it running for a little bit. I got the cables as tight as I can get them, and it's still doing that. Not really a big deal, but you will notice it a little bit. And the only other issue is the steering wheel. That's all from just the steering wheel. They always do that. It's just to get old and start using them, and the wheels always, the material always comes off on your hands. So, alright guys, we're gonna start it up and do some mowing with it. Oh, another thing, I had to put the clutch springs, they keep the clutch disc from rattling, anti-rattle springs. I had to turn them around because they kept loosening and they were scraping the tranny hoop cover there, and so the disc itself is a little tight, so it does kind of sort of grind in gear if you have it in neutral, but it works fine as long as you're, if you shift in quick, which I always do, it's fine. You don't have an issue. But I have noticed that to be an issue. And all three springs, they're on the inside of the clutch and they fell off the disc, so I'm not sure how they do that, but the disc must be flopping around just enough to allow that, but now it's not. So it's nice and quiet. So, alright, let me start it up, and you guys can watch me mow a little bit. I'm gonna have to go right around when I do it. Alright guys, don't do too bad. Grass is wet and probably gonna sharpen them blades. They're probably not the sharpest, but it does mow. I guess if it wasn't wet, I mean, it is kind of wet. It did rain, I don't know, late last night. But, it runs pretty good. I'll take the steering on my 1872. Compared to that, though, it's just so much tougher. And I don't know. I think skinny tires up front would definitely help, like the 86. But it works. A lot better than when it was here, when it was first brought here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we'll see you around.